It can't be. We finally got it.
It all started when we received a call about a plane crash. The reasons were still to be found out, but back then, we were worried about a possible outbreak of unknown infection. The bodies of many passengers were in various stages of decomposition. Even those who survived the crash of the 002 flight.
Sir, you should take a look.
It doesn't look like injuries after plane crash, does it? What's happened to her?
No clue, sir. Others have tissue decomposition, but in less degree.
So it all started with her. Take her to the morgue. I'll interrogate the survivors at the hospital.
Actually, there's something else.
I was informed that a baby was found among the wreckage, perfectly healthy and having not a single scratch. Plane crash, damn it! Maybe somebody would consider it a miracle. But in my service, I needed answers. Clear and rational. I'm gonna need blood samples for the FBI lab. This is an order. The dead bodies were sent to the morgue. Survivors were submitted to the hospital. I went to check on an old friend, ask for some help. Norwood, would you do me a favor?
Scott Spencer. You think about your old pal when you need something. For God's sake.
It's serious. People have died. You're the best weapons specialist I know. Find out what might be wrong with the blood. I'll give the second sample to our guys in the lab.
Well, the hell with you. But, I'm gonna need some time.
I went home. I already knew that the crash plane was making a night flight from Hawaii. But now, I was more interested in something else. There was only one woman with an infant on the passenger list. Diana Marsh. I ran a background check on her in the FBI's databases. She was an anesthesiologist from Brooklyn. As for the close relatives, she had a sister. That's whom I should have visited. Diana's body is the only one that has remained unidentified, because there was nothing left to identify. Spencer's on the line. What kind of emergency is this? Heck, I'm leaving. I rushed to the clinic where the survivors of the crash were taken. There was some kind of hell.
Sir, we have new cases of infection. Like the passengers on 002 flight, all affected interacted with the surviving infant. They all have wounds with traces of decomposition. The baby sneezed in the poor nurse's face and she lost her eyes. What is this new delivery?
I'll interview the witnesses. Pick out the dean of medicine for me and call the special unit right now. Fast!
No special unit is required, Mr. Spencer. The FBI is no longer involved in this case. Starting from now, all the authority on this operation is passed over to the SCP Foundation. You have 3 minutes to get your people out of here, or we will be entitled to use a special protocol.
Go home. I'll figure out who they are. I've never heard of any SCP Foundation for years of service in the FBI. However, I must admit, these guys look serious. Were well informed and knew my name. So something was wrong here. I hid behind the counter of the station and began to watch. The Foundation's people worked clearly and smoothly. First of all, they took the baby and injected something to the staff, who had no visible injuries. but others were less fortunate, terribly mutilated. Screaming infected crawled in agony along the hallway while the staff silently examined them and took them out of the hospital. The heck are they gonna do with them? When everything finally quieted down, I got out from cover, and the first thing I did was call Diana Marsh's sister. I was 100% sure that something was wrong here. Linda Marsh, I'm Agent Scott Spencer. This is gonna sound crazy, but...
Do you want to talk about my sister? I knew this was going to happen. I'd rather not do it over the phone. Please, come urgently. I have something to tell you.
But at Linda's house, I realized it was too late. People from the SCP Foundation got to her earlier. Damn it. The house was literally turned upside down. Foundation's people have obviously searched every corner, but I did manage to discover something. That flower. It's very similar to the symbol that was on the sheet in which the child was wrapped.
Scott, I'm talking about the bodies that were brought after the plane crash. How many years have we been working together? Scott, I've never seen such bullshit before. I watched them rotting, decomposing, and crumbling. Look at that!
Don't tell anyone. I'll be there soon. I rushed to the morgue. It was very strange.
Oh, Spencer. Where are you from here?
Jill, we talked 20 minutes ago. Show me what's left of those bodies.
What bodies? Hey, did we have a party last night? I don't remember a thing, and my head is buzzing.
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable! They managed to clean up everything here too, and they took the remains and treated Jill with some kind of trash so she forgot everything. What's next?
Scott Spencer, I'm calling on behalf of the director of the FBI. You were at the crash site, right? We have to meet urgently. Where are you?
Now it became clear what was next. It was my turn. SCP agents want to get to me too. They will only brainwash me at best. My own safety was now under question. I had to deal with the mess I got into. Image of the flower. It was the symbol of a mysterious tribe on a Hawaiian island. And that island is the only place on Earth where this strange flower grows. What a coincidence. It was from the place where Flight 002 departed. Whatever's going on here, the answer must be found on this cursed island. I uploaded its detailed map to my phone, and suddenly, I heard heavy footsteps outside the door. How quickly they found me. For that. I don't care that I almost crashed. The fact that I lost a blood sample is unforgivable. This Foundation had been pressing hard on me, broke into my apartment, set up an ambush at my car. I could only run. Why does it hurt so much? The hell? It couldn't happen! And then I realized that my problems, in fact, had just begun. Not only did I break the baby's blood sample, I also got my hand into it.
Scott, buddy, this is Norwood. I have a report ready on the blood sample that you gave. This is complete madness. The blood has an abnormal property. It quickly destroys the tissues of a living creature who touches it. This is not an infection, because an infected person cannot infect another one. But the owner of the blood is incredibly toxic. I can't even imagine what could have given him such abilities.
Norwood, I think I'm involved now. I stained my hand with this baby's blood, and now... How long have I got?
Oh shit, buddy. Tissues decompose at a rate of 0.5 millimeter per minute. You have 24 hours. No more. Hey, who are you guys? What do you need? Let me go!
That's it. They got to Norwood. I was left alone. I could turn into a walking dead the next day, or get to the people from the SCP, and it was unclear what they would do to me. I wasn't sure which one of these options was better. The only chance of salvation was waiting for me on that island. I wanted to be on time. The night flight was hard, but a handful of painkillers made it possible to get deep into the island. Time was clearly not playing into my hands. I felt lousy. I thought I was definitely finished. After all, apparently, I should have reached the tribe's habitat a long time ago. But there were only jungles around. And suddenly, I noticed a human shape. I didn't have time to examine it. Another person grew up behind me, and I was knocked out by a sharp kick to my head. When I recovered in the lab, I couldn't remember what had happened, but the terrible pain in my arm quickly brought those memories back to me. And as soon as it happened, I immediately recognized the flower on the walls. Now it was obvious that this was not the symbol of the tribe, it was the logo of some company. What's going on here? Who are you?
No, sir. Who are you? And why are you here? This part of the island is a private property. Sorry for the rude hosting, but we don't like guests here.
My name is Scott Spencer. I'm an FBI agent. Brooklyn, New York. Was investigating a case. The plane's crash. There was a woman with a baby. The woman died, decomposed alive, like most of the passengers, but the source of the infection seems to be that baby. And damn, it touched his blood. Now, my hand. I'm here to find a way to stop it. You can help me, right?
Tell me, Spencer, this baby, where is it now?
It was taken by people from the SCP Foundation. They cleaned up pretty well and almost got to me. So, will you help me?
Oh, you've come to the right place. The fact is that this woman, Diana, ran away with a baby from our laboratory. A fascinating story. Spencer, we'll keep you alive, but on one condition. I'm offering you a deal.
Sure, anything. Just put me out of my misery.
That's great.
New York flight? Flying home? Did you like your vacation?
Hand chopping off.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't understand.
Don't mind. I got tired while getting to the airport. The vacation was wonderful. I think I'll remember it for the rest of my life.